Hey guys, DinoGamer here, back with some more Godzilla Monster of Monsters for the NES. If you watched the previous episode, you'll remember that Godzilla got killed on Earth, but this is Mars, and somebody requested this be a series. I didn't feel like going back and showing, like, another episode of me playing through Earth again, so we're just gonna put that one in the playlist. And lest you think I'm just lazy, I do want to point out, this is the third time that I've recorded playing through this particular level. I played through once last night and the video just didn't. And then I recorded another time this morning and the sound just didn't. And this one's gonna be the one, guys. It's gonna have to be because I'm on like a time crunch. I do have people to be in places to kick. Yeah. Anyway, here we are in what is ostensibly Mars, although if you look in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a giant purple planet that doesn't correspond to anything in our solar system. I don't know if the people who made this game just had no idea, like, what planets were, or if they weren't told, like, oh, this is actually going to take place in the real solar system and not some fake made-up one. Because like, nothing in the game correlates to what it's supposed to be. Like, this is supposed to be Mars, or at least Mars adjacent, right? It doesn't look anything like Mars. They clearly have the colors to make it look kind of like Mars. Like, the red in here would be great Mars color, but they didn't give the planet in the upper left that color. Alright, Varan doing his thing. That's cool. Just gonna move on that way. Now the last two times I played this game, Mothra ended up closer to where Godzilla was. But this time, he or she, I'm gonna assume it's a he, tentacly man, moved further down, which lets me know that it's not like a pre-programmed pattern, which is not something I, like, think it's worth playing the game 5 times to learn. But if there is a game worth playing over and over again on the NES, with Godzilla or dinosaur-related things in it, it's definitely this one. This game is just great. You can see the limitations of the game pretty evidently. Like, the palette swapping is heavily on display. There's maybe 5 different screens that you can play through. Like, this screen that we're on right now is essentially exactly the same as the one before. It's just a different color. And they'll, you know, put it like purple next time or something. But it's really the same with maybe like some different scattered around sprites, which is something they had to do that back in the day because you only had so much space. And if you think about it, Godzilla's a pretty big sprite. I bet you, I'm not an expert on Nintendo by any means, but I would imagine getting Godzilla to read and these giant monsters to read as like a single sprite was actually probably pretty difficult. I don't know how the Nintendo handles graphical registers and stuff, but it's a great accomplishment what they were able to do with the little hardware that they had. By the way, Mothra is a huge chump. Or maybe he just, like, secretly in love with Godzilla. He'll shoot you one time, and you can just run over here and just, like, tail lash him, and he'll stand there and take it the whole time. You can just finish him off with your fireball to be cool. Mothra, like, easily the easiest villain in the game. I mean, what's his face down here? The squid guy? He's oh, nope. Yes, I'll fight. Yeah, I'll fight Varan. He's pretty much a pushover. Like, he's also relatively easy, but Mothra, man, just will not, like, you don't have to do anything practically. Just gonna slide under you guys. What up? Alright, well, I can't slide under you. So, okay, look at this. This guy right here is the most... No! Oh, crap! Quick save nation. That guy was the worst enemy you can face in these levels. He's just the worst, and we paid for being like a chump and going under all these dragon guys when we should have defeated them. Like, we're not being our best Godzilla here. Godzilla doesn't, like, slide under people. Give me a break. Godzilla's not crafty. He's a punchy man. Alright. So the trick here is to go up and then duck under. So the missile tracks with you, but it can't track very fast. So what you gotta do is pull it up towards where you are and then slide under it as it can't course correct fast enough. And I mean, that's a good strategy. You'll learn how to do it if you play the game enough, but it's also like it hasn't worked for me 100% of the time. It will kill you. It'll just straight up demolish you. And I mean, there's almost no other single thing in these levels that I can think of beyond the monsters that you'll occasionally face that does that much damage. Like, even most of the monsters, I think, they don't kill you that fast. Like, they come up and they're like, we punch. We punch you. Is that cool? We punch hard. But, alright. Ugh. Like, they are not on the same level as that thing, where it's just like, if you aren't careful, in one hit, it's just gonna take you down to 0. It just constantly does damage. Oh, here we go. Ugh. No, 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 no! Okay, we made it. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was so close. We just gotta get to our things and we'll be fine, I think. Yes, okay, health. Oh. This game is really nice. It does have health all over the place. Oh. That made me feel so bad. Alright. Health, and moving on. Hey, Varan, I forgot that I was fighting you at the end of this level because of how horrifying the experience of getting hit with that rocket is. But, you know, Varan's like the villain of the creepypasta about Godzilla Monster of Monsters, but really it should be that rocket. Because that rocket is messed up. Just gonna keep tail lashing you. I am using turbo buttons, by the way, and if you're offended by that, well, you're right. You should be offended. It is super cheap. But I don't know if I've ever indicated to you guys that there's anything about me that's not super cheap when it comes to beating, you know, especially old NES games. Oh, great. He's gonna be like, oh, hey. Hey, dude. Hey, Gezora. He's like, oh, I want to be in on this thing, too! Gezora. Let the big monsters fight, okay? I will say, Gezora in this incarnation is so much cooler than he is in the movies that he appears in. Because if you watch the movies with Gezora, he's like a Play-Doh thing. At least in the 8-bit version, he looks like something... Like, you can fill in the gaps with your mind and make him into, okay, this guy's kind of scary, actually. And we're gonna defeat you in one hit. Because you were almost dead before. We just didn't get you in quite enough time. There's no exact time counter that I'm able to see in these levels. But, there's a certain amount of time before, if you don't defeat the monsters by then, they will just say, well, the battle's done, and you gotta try again. Oh, here's another rocket. Up and down! Yes! Oh, man. Those things are super stressful. We haven't even quick saved recently. I mean, within the last, 3 seconds, I mean, when I say recently. Oh. The great thing about these... I was about to show you how you can dodge those, but I didn't do it. You can kind of dodge those little... Oh boy, I almost got knocked back into that guy. Those little, electricity zapper things by jumping up as they're about to shoot you. This is one game I always look for it, like, when they're releasing, like, for instance, there's the NES Classic, right? Which seems like a cool idea. It's never gonna have this game on it. And I think this is a great game. I mean, really and truly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, man, I didn't have to go there. That was stupid. Ah, well. There's a short thing at the end anyway. One of the great things about Mothra is you might think, well, she's kind of annoying to play with. And I'm really here for Godzilla. It's not Mothra and Godzilla, Monster of Monsters, Monsters of Monsters. It's Godzilla, Monsters of Monsters. You know what I'm saying. So why do I have to play as Mothra? Mothra has some cool abilities, though. And she can fly over the map, which is like, not this part of the map, although sometimes she can just fly past enemies, which is neat. But I mean, like, the overworld map, she goes a lot faster, so you don't feel as put upon when you have to use her. Which is nice, I think. They, like, the game designers... I mean, it also makes sense because she's flying, right? So she actually can move faster. But it's from a game design perspective, it's, like, it makes a lot of sense because you're... You know, the game designers are saying, we get that, like, Mothra's probably not your favorite monster, but... Like, it won't be too hard to play with her, right? And she can fly over some stuff, and she has a ranged attack, so why don't you give Mothra a shot? Give Mothra a try! Leave Mothra alone! Ah, here's the brain tree. Hi, brain tree. How you doing, man? Been good? Yeah, definitely have those brain trees on Mars. There's so many great little details like that in this game. And then, like, they also, they do a great job, I think, as well, of keeping you in the scale of it. Because look at, I mean, these little UFOs that are attacking you are UFOs, right? Like, they are ostensibly big enough to fit at least a close to human-sized person in them. And then you know, you're like this huge monster fighting other huge monsters. Like this guy, I'm gonna kill, you know, 100 of them before this playthrough's done. These little fire-spitting giant earthworms. But they're not earthworms, right? Like, it's a huge dragon. Like, in any other movie, this would be the main antagonist, and I'm just like, well, I gotta sit here for a second and blast you whatever these Mothra fireballs are. Also, there's fire bubbles in this level, for some reason. Punch the dragon! You know, these planets ought to do, like, thank me for all the work that I'm doing getting rid of their volcanoes. Like, there's a lot of volcanic activity, and I'm just stopping it for you. You know, it's not even like a monster. It's just like, oh, you guys have volcanoes here. I am gonna kill some of your dragons, which may or may not be your friends or whatever, but no more volcanoes. You're welcome. Punch, but not punch. Mothra don't punch. She's a lady. She shoots you from afar. She's not about strength. She's about strategy and skill. That's who Mothra is. I may have mentioned this in the previous video. There's a, whatchamacallit, one of those fast playthroughs, quick play, what do they call them? Speed run! Oh boy! There's a speed run of this game where the strategy is to just kill Mothra off in the first level as quickly as possible, and then punch your way through with Godzilla. And it makes sense, right? Because, like, she'll come back in the next level anyway, and you can just finish the game with Godzilla. But it's still, like, tough to watch that happen. Alright. Mothra gives of herself to defeat the evil. Look at this. She's tearing off pieces of her wings to save this planet from horrible volcanoes or something. Alright. Let's see. Godzilla gonna move on. And we got Mothra. Gonna defeat the last level. Volcanoes. A source of lava and also delicious health packs. Gotta stay healthy, Mothra. Mothra stays healthy. You know she does. She packs an apple in her lunchbox. Everybody else is like, you have an apple in your lunchbox, but you've got like other stuff too. Right, Mothra? Nuh-uh. Mothra got like nothing but the apple. And like some water. That's how Mothra rolls. Mothra don't have no carbs. Except on Saturdays. One thing great about Mothra is in these levels she can fly right under these little spew-em-out guns. I don't know what to call them. They shoot the thing sort of in a circle, but like they actually can't get to her if she flies at her lowest level. And the same thing with the electricity. For some reason, like it kind of makes sense with the gun turret, because maybe like it wasn't designed to be able to shoot down as low as she's flying. But the electricity, there's straight up no reason why it shouldn't be able to hit her. It's still cool though that like you can use different strategies for Mothra than like for the other for Godzilla. I don't know why I'm bothering killing this thing. I can just go under. Alright. I said I could go under. Just lighten up these guns. And again, I want to bring to mind the scale of this game. Like, if you think about what size Godzilla and Mothra are, how big these... I don't know what you would even call them. Fortresses? Fortifications? Like, these massive things that they've built for Mothra and Godzilla to just run through. I mean, ostensibly they thought they would stop them, but come on. That's not gonna happen. Anyway, that's all for Mars. We're gonna wait till next week to move on to Jupiter. I mean, we have moved on to Jupiter, but we're gonna wait till next week to play. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done that already, and I'll see you guys next time with more dinosaur-themed videos and games. Take care.